Hello friends, this is DMC and this is my quick review of Taylor's of Harrogate Guatemalan ground coffee. And if we take a look on the front of the pack, it says zesty and fresh with a honeyed sweetness, and it's a number 3 roast, and this coffee is a fair trade coffee, and this was £2 for 227 grams. I purchased this coffee in Home and Bargain, and all of a sudden they've got a load of Taylor's of Harrogate coffees in there, all at £2, where, like say, normally they will retail for anywhere between £3 and £4. So if you like Taylor's of Harrogate coffees, it's and you've got a home bargain store anywhere close by, it's definitely worth taking a look in there. I've never really seen this Guatemalan one before in any other big supermarkets. So if we take a look on the back of the pack, it says sweetness and acidity in absolute balance. That's the calling card of these beautiful beans from Guatemala. They hit that perfect note when we roast them to medium, offering up gorgeously harmonious notes of sweet honey, smooth milk chocolate and bright zesty lemons. The result is a gorgeous all-day coffee. There we go, and it's ground fair. The pack's a bit of a nightmare because it's a bit metallic. Ground coffee for cafetiere and filter. And as well, another point about these is that normally when you spot coffees in home bargains, they've normally got maybe a short shelf life, and the supermarkets couldn't sell them, so they wanted to get rid of them. But these have all got quite long shelf lives. This one is June 2018, so round about a year on the best before date on this one. On the side of the pack, it's just got storage instructions, and the ingredients are 100% Arabica coffee. As I said, on the front of the pack, it's a fair trade coffee. And there is the Taylor's web address there. And there we go, the royal seal of approval. And on the other side, if we can get it to focus, it says all our coffee comes from independently certified farms and cooperatives. We rely on these growers, so we work extremely hard to build long-lasting relationships with them, investing in their communities and their environment to ensure both are thriving and resilient. Over the years, we've planted 3 million trees, and we're now aiming to help protect 1.5 million hectares of tropical forest. Find out more at yorkshirerainforestproject.co.uk. And that's it for the pack. So if we take a look at the ground coffee, it's as I always say with Taylor's of Harrogate, the grind is always the same. The only grind that I've seen different is the espresso ground coffee they do, but it's all that sort of quite coarse. It's a very consistent grind. It's a very they're all the same sort of size and shape. All the individual bits of coffee in this one. The very first impression of this coffee when I opened the bag was it really smelled like a very dark roasted coffee, and I sort of did a double take and looked at the front of the bag to reaffirm that it was only a number 3 roast, this coffee. But that initial impression is wrong, really. This is a very light roasted coffee where the beans and not the roast takes precedence. It's a really fruity smell. This coffee that's really full of life. Taste wise, it was the same as the smell really. The very first thought is that it's a dark roasted coffee, but I think it's just something to do with my perception of the taste of this coffee, because it quickly gives way to a quite a fruity, vibrant coffee, this one. It's very acidic, this coffee. It's slightly chocolatey and sweet too, but it's got a certain bite to it, this coffee, that I can't quite put my finger on. But maybe that's just something to do with the high acidity that I associated with this coffee. Sort of leaves your tongue with a slight tingle on it after you've drank this coffee. But as I say, it's quite a nice coffee, and for £2, can't really go wrong with this one. So I would recommend this coffee. It's well worth a try if you like fruity sort of coffees. So I'd like to hear from anyone who's tried this coffee. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more coffee reviews in the future, subscribe to my channel. That was my quick review. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.